This piece is based on Sarah Benetta Forbes. It's based on Black Heritage Reclaim, which we did about 15 years ago. I did this piece based taking a wedding dress apart and using recycled material and trapping and weaving, telling the story of her journey to England. And given to Queen Victoria. The pieces, I like the way how it sort of tells the story. By using the light, it sort of gives detail of entrapment, and I use plastic because it kind of relates to me as well. Like to do with suffocation and holding memories and an exchange and working in Finland, and so basically looking at plastic and ice and how they both can capture that transparency and telling its story in different ways. So that's why I've kind of used the material, and I kind of enjoyed doing this as well because I didn't know how it was going to assemble, but basically I did each piece separately and then assemble it. I did a sketch and put it together. More or less, it's like her journey across, telling up from where she started and how she began. So it's a royalty. She was a princess, but brought up in a royal household. So still a slave, but in a different concept. And that's what I enjoy doing this piece.
Thank you very much.
These pieces.
Yes.
Well, I was doing a course of hatching, and I started to play around looking at silhouettes, which I was interested in. So they're based on some poems that I've written, and one of them is called Who Am I, and the other one is called A Special Place. Who am I is when I look in the mirror and I'm questioning myself like we do as a child, and you could see yourself but you don't recognize yourself, but then it's kind of a question you keep asking over again, and so that's why I use these images of myself and to create these pieces. So I've done this one in a black and white, and then I have a color one over here, which is that, and the one in the middle is A Special Place, which is a poem I wrote. And I was looking at I was in the waiting room as I was having my daughter, and I looked at how a blind person and a child within the womb have that gift of sight in a different way, and how it's connected with this dark place, and how they communicate. And so I wrote the poem in Braille, took it to King's Cross, a blind centre, had it transferred into Braille, and then I did a larger piece to that, which I did on the canvas and using plastic and heat pressing and stuff. And then I've done this in Hetchin, which is in silhouette, and which I've done several different pieces with that.
Thank you.
That's okay. These are called motions, which is when you're going through a change of how you're feeling. And so I kind of played around with that when I was in the Hetchin, and I used that to overlap with another piece, which is over here on my left, which is here, which I overlaid and played around with the motions and getting a different effect using the similar sort of piece. And then I did it again into the Who Am I, but using a mixed media and as well as Hetchin, and press that in, working with that, and then a bit of muslin and stuff. So I like to use texture within my work and see how it develops. I played around in Photoshop and using print, so I did some screen prints and stuff. So basically I did played around with the images, and I like the way how I created that transparency and added colour, and to get the effects of some of these. This one is called Cold Face. This one is Through My Eyes, and this one is All in a Row. So basically I've just played around using the material from the dress, but capturing it in a different way, and what I saw using the journey, but telling it in a different way and using it in Photoshop. And I just like the way how it picks out the detail of the how you get everything quite strong.
Yeah.
And then these other pieces here. I think this one's a touch of colour, and that one is mixed. And that one is mixed.